This portion of KSDJ 90.7's broadcast is brought to you by locally owned Brookings PowerQuest. Located in the University Mall at 820 22nd Avenue South, you can find everything your ride needs. From essential auto parts to top-notch accessories and customer service, PowerQuest is a one-stop shop for Brookings. Their phone number is 692-6298. PowerQuest is a proud sponsor of SDSU Student Radio, KSDJ 90.7.
Welcome back into First Bank and Trust Arena. I'm Ben Anderson with Collegiate Sports. Second spring match here today where the Jackrabbits going to be facing off against Concordia St. Paul, the Golden Bears. And out early, the Jackrabbits able to fend off the first attack from the Golden Bears and come up with the first point. It's 1-0 in favor of the Jackrabbits. Hannah Klein on the service here to the Golden Bears into the back row. Golden Bears return, diving, cannot dig it up. The Jackrabbits drop that point and we're tied up at 1 apiece. We're playing hour-long matches here in the Jackrabbit Spring Invitational, so either 2 or 3 sets usually per game. So we'll see. Concordia St. Paul on the first. Dig by the Jackrabbits too close to the net, and Concordia able to get a second touch on that. Set it down for the kill, 2-1. Concordia St. Paul ahead of the Jackrabbits by 1. Golden Bears on the service, diving is Jocelyn Richardson in the back row. Spike from the far side is Sylvie Sconce. Through the block of Sconce in the back row of Richardson. The Golden Bears attack. Sconce gets it again. Spiking close to that near side corner. They'll say it's inbounds. And Sconce with the kill there. Tied up at 2 apiece in set number 1. Again, the Jackrabbits losing a couple key pieces here. 2 seniors graduating who were big parts of this front row for the Jackrabbits. Sydney Shetman and Annalie Venling-Brown no longer here, so some Jackrabbits filling the gaps in the front row, and we're seeing that today here in the spring matches. Jocelyn Richardson gets to serve it, and she'll get a service ace on that one against the Golden Bears. It's 4-2, and the Jackrabbits up by 2. Jocelyn Richardson going to be back to serve it again for the Jacks. Richardson gets it back in the back row for the Golden Bears. They tip across and getting a dig. Riley Martin there to Sconce. Sconce across for the kill on the spike. Sylvie Sconce, one of the great players for this Jackrabbit squad. Sylvie averaged 4.34 kills a set last season for the Jackrabbits and having a great day here in the spring tournaments. Richardson quickly across the middle. I think that was Madison Burr, actually. Burr gets a hand on it and able to set it down in Golden Bears territory quickly there. It's 6-2, and the Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 4, and now an ace from Jocelyn Richardson. It'll be 7-2. Jackrabbits ahead. Jocelyn Richardson led the team in service aces last season. She had 41 service aces. Then the next closest was Rachel Weber with 28. Golden Bears get an answer there with a quick spike to the back left corner. Golden Bears on the service now from the near side corner. Spike across, picked up by Hannah Klein. Gets it to Patricia Labuca, and she's able to get it across. In the back row, Hannah Klein again, dumped over by Riley Martin, and the Golden Bears can't pick it up. Kill for Martin. It's 8-3. Jackrabbits by 5. 55 minutes left to go here in the match. It's set number 1. Back behind the line to serve it for the Jackrabbits. That looks like Megan Roggenkamp. Roggenkamp hits the top of the tape, and that one is going to be a service error. It's 8-4. Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 4. Concordia St. Paul back behind the line to serve it. Hits the top of the tape and makes it over. Jocelyn Richardson there. Backward set from Martin and into Burr. Burr spikes across. The block hits it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Golden Bears. It's 9-4. Jackrabbits lead by 5. 55 minutes left to go here in this second Jackrabbit match of the day. Set number 1. Service by Scottson. Scotts unloads on it and gets it in bounds, and the Golden Bears couldn't get there. It's 10-4. Service ace by Scotts. Jackrabbits by 6. Scotts on another service. Unloads on that one. A little bit too far outside the back line. Service error there. Out of bounds. It's 10-5. Jackrabbits lead by 5. Set number 1. Golden Bears on the service. This one goes backwards to Jocelyn Richardson. Richardson to Martin to Klein. Klein gets blocked. Martin back set. Burr on the near side. Goes right back over the Jackrabbit side. Scotts bumps it up. Martin back set. Burr unloads on it again into the back near side corner of the Bears. And it's 11-5 after the Madison Burr kill. Jacks lead it by 6. Madison Burr back to serve. Maddie Burr with the service across the mid row of the Golden Bears. Bumped up. They'll go from the right side. Megan Roggenkamp bumps it. Martin back set into Taylor Bile. Bile spikes across into a block. Stopped at the net by the Golden Bears and down on the Jackrabbit side. It's 11-6. Jacks lead by 5. Set number 1. 53 minutes left to go in this match. Golden Bears service from the near side corner. Right into the net. It's a service error for Concordia St. Paul. 12-6. Jacks lead by 6. Riley Martin going to be back behind the line to serve it. Martin's service picked up in the back row. Golden Bears, they tip across. Here's Scotts, back set Martin, and Patricia Labuca able to get it across. Golden Bears quick return. Richardson diving for that one, but couldn't cleanly dig it. It ends up going into the crowd. Golden Bears going to pick up the point there. 12-7. Jackrabbits lead by 5. Service from the Golden Bears on the right side goes back to Scotts, and Labuca spikes across. Stopped at the net by the Jackrabbits. Point for the Jacks. 13-7. Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 6. Back to serve it now for the Jacks is Hannah Klein. Klein sends her out of bounds. Service error. Golden Bears point. 13-8. Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 5. Under 52 minutes left to go in the match. Golden Bears with the service. Quick one across the top of net. Klein there. Martin setting up Labuca on the near side. She able to get it across. Golden Bears dig it up. Blocked at the net and down on the Golden Bears side. Stopped on the near side of the net there. 14-8. Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 6. Jocelyn Richardson back to serve it. Richardson, this one knuckles off and heads into the crowd. Going to be another ace for Richardson today. 15-8. Jackrabbits leading the Golden Bears by 7 in the first set. Richardson cross into the back row. Bumped up, and Golden Bears go for the attack. Spike, there's Richardson on the dig. Set up Martin to Klein. Klein gets it across, and the bump heads out of bounds for the Golden Bears, and point Jackrabbits. 16 to 8. Jacks lead by 8. Just over 50 minutes remaining here in this match. Richardson. Service ace for Jocelyn Richardson as the Golden Bears come diving from the back row. 17 to 8. Jackrabbits lead by 9 now. Richardson still serving. It's a lead by 10. Richardson still serving on a run here. On the back near side corner, Golden State back set and stopped at the net by Sconce, but that one goes out of bounds on Sconce's touch. 18 to 9. Jacks lead by 9 over the Golden Bears. There to Klein. Labuka with a setup back to Klein. Klein spikes across. Golden Bears can't make a clean return, and an error gives the point to the Jackrabbits. It's 19 to 9. Jacks lead the Golden Bears by 10. Megan Roggenkamp back to serve it for the Jacks. Roggenkamp, the back row middle. Golden Bears get stopped at the net. Gonna try it again. Free ball for the Jacks. Richardson bumps it up. Martin sets it too close to the net for Sconce to get up there and spike it. Just a mistimed set there from Martin, and the point goes to the Golden Bears. It's 19 to 10. Jacks lead by 9. 48 minutes remaining here in the game. This is the first set. Here's Jocelyn Richardson. Martin backs at spike from Burr into the back row. Golden Bears get it through the block and down on the Jackrabbit side. And the Bears going to pick up that point. 19 to 11. Jacks up by 8. Service from Concordia St. Paul. There to Klein. Sconce gets it from Martin. Unloads on it. And Concordia cannot recover, as that one was headed up towards the scoreboard. 20 to 11. Jacks leading by 9 now. Sylvie Sconce back to serve it for the Jacks. And it's going to be an ace for Sconce. 11 to 21 is the score. The Jacks with the lead. Sconce serving again after the ace. Unloads on it. A rifle going too fast, too far. Out of bounds on the back line. 21 to 12. Jackrabbits ahead by 9 now. And Concordia St. Paul to serve it. There to Roggenkamp. Martin sets up Burr. Burr sets across. Concordia goes on the near side. Goes across to Richardson. Martin met at the net. Couldn't beat that battle, and Concordia St. Paul able to get it across the net against Martin. It's 21-13. Jackrabbits ahead. Cross gets to Sconce. Burr gets the setup from Martin. It goes right back. Free ball for Richardson. Martin gets it across the net. Concordia spiking across. There is Klein. Martin dumps it over again. It'll be a kill for Riley Martin. 22 to 13. Jacks lead by 9 in the first set. Maddie Burr back to serve it for the Jacks. Burr's serve. The back far side corner of Concordia. They go for a spike that's out of bounds, and the Jackrabbits with the point after the attacking error. It's 23 to 13. Jackrabbits with a 10-point lead here in the first set against Concordia St. Paul. 45 minutes left to play in the match. Madison Burr, second serve. Gets to the back row. Concordia with a tip over. Roggenkamp there for the recovery. Sconce over. Free ball here for Concordia. And they send a spike out of bounds. it'll be a point for, we'll mark it as the Golden Bears point. It'll be 23-14 now. They'll say that one went out of bounds, pretty close. No replay here and no line judges. So they'll call it out of bounds. Golden Bears point, 23-14. They send a spike, and it cannot be dug up in the back row by Sconce. Point for the Golden Bears. It's 23-15 now. Jacks up by 8. Golden Bears on the service. There to Sconce. Martin with the assist over the net. Spike from the Golden Bears is blocked. Stays on their side. They go for the spike on the same side, and they're able to get it through the block into the back row. Point for Concordia St. Paul. It's 23-16. The Jackrabbits leading by 7 in the first set. And the Golden Bears on the service. Into the net, and a service error. It's 24-16. Jacks leading by 8. Riley Martin back to serve it. Lets it go into the back row through the block. St. Paul able to get it through. Klein with a spike into the back row. Quick back over to the Jackrabbits. And right back to the Jackrabbits again. Richardson and Sconce. Sconce unloads on it. Concordia able to dig it up. And a set over. Free ball here for Richardson. Martin and a tip over by Taylor Bile. Concordia St. Paul sets up a series and a spike that Richardson cannot dig. Point for Concordia. It's 24-17. Jacks leading by 7. Concordia on the serve, dug up by Sconce. Bile with a spike and a kill, but Taylor Bile to end off the first set. Jacks take the first set, 25-17. We will reload for a second set. We've got 43 minutes left to play in this match. We'll step aside and we'll be back after this.
This portion of KSDJ 90.7's broadcast is brought to you by Kraft. Great food, fresh flavors, and a local touch. That's Kraft. From mouth-watering sandwiches and crisp salads to juicy burgers, steak, and pasta, there's something for everyone. Experience their famous cheesecake. Handcrafted and family-owned, you can find Kraft on the corner of 6th Street and Maderi. Reservations are appreciated.
Welcome back into First Bank and Trust Arena after the first set. We're on to set number 2 here with the Jackrabbits taking on the Golden Bears from Concordia St. Paul. The Jackrabbits able to take the first set 25-17. Start of the show so far has been Sylvie Sconce, able to lead this team for the past 2 years and still looking like a leader out there while we get reloaded into next season, where the Jackrabbits will be at least facing off against the Cornhuskers from Nebraska. An exciting match. Last year, the Jackrabbits faced off against Nebraska in a spring scrimmage, but in the regular season next year, they're going to be taking on the most popular volleyball program in the country during the non-conference schedule. So right away next year, Jackrabbits going to be taking on Nebraska. Should be a really good game. getting ready for this second set. And the Jackrabbits coming back out here. Head coach for the Jackrabbits is Dan Georgialis. Riley Martin looks like she's going to get us started off here in the second set with a service for the Jackrabbits. Martin back behind the line to serve it away. Picked up on the back row, Concordia. They go on the right side. Spiking, Martin dives, gets it, Richardson there, and over to Hannah Klein, who gets the return. Concordia digs it up. They send back a spike, goes out of bounds. Point for the Jackrabbits to start things off in the second set after an attacking error by Concordia. Riley Martin back to serve it again. Martin gets it to the near side. Concordia going for the spike back. Richardson there, sconce, and to Hannah Klein. Klein can't get it through the block. It stays on the Jackrabbit side. Now a tip over. Concordia all over it. They go for a spike on the near side. Diving is sconce. Martin there. Klein with a spike, and as Klein hit it into one of the front row players of Concordia, it ricocheted off her shoulder and just went over the net and onto the Jackrabbit side. So point for Concordia St. Paul off that fluke. And now the Golden Bears serving. That serve goes off of the hit by Sconce and out of bounds. It'll be an ace for Concordia St. Paul. Concordia leads the Jackrabbits 2-1 in the second set. Another service by Concordia picked up by Hannah Klein. Taylor Bile with the spike across into the back row of Concordia. Going to the left side, they spike through the block. Here's Jocelyn Richardson. Martin gets it. Hannah Klein with the spike across in the back row. Concordia with the setup. They tip across. And a whistle. It'll be point Jackrabbits. May have had a net violation there. Or a lift. Not sure. But point goes to the Jackrabbits. We're tied up at 2 points apiece. Hannah Klein on the service for the Jacks. In the back row of Concordia. Gets it too close to the net. Taylor Bile tips it back across. Concordia cannot recover. Point for the Jacks. It's 3-2. Jackrabbits up by 1. 37 minutes remains in this match. It's set number 2. Service by Hannah Klein. Gets it across from the back row. Bumping up and spiking across Concordia to Richardson. And a tip across by Hannah Klein. Klein couldn't dig this one, and point for Concordia St. Paul. Be tied at 3 points apiece. Service from Concordia into the back row. That's Hannah Klein. Into the front row of the Jackrabbits, unloading out of his sconce. That one heads out of bounds. Point for the Golden Bears. 4-3. Jackrabbits down by 1. Concordia St. Paul on the service. Here's Richardson, Martin, and Sconce over the net. Concordia St. Paul with a tip over. Biles there to stop it. Martin gets a hand of it. And Richardson, another whistle. Point awarded to Concordia. Must have been a net violation there by the Jackrabbits. Richardson picks it up off the serve. Martin there. And another point for the Golden Bears. I think Martin reached across the net to play that one. Concordia gets it to Sconce. Here's a Martin and spike across by Labuca. And back across by Concordia. Here is Martin all the way to Sconce. Sconce unloads on it, goes out of bounds. Point for the Golden Bears. A lot of errors here by the Jackrabbits back to back. These last couple points, 7-3. Jacks down by 4. Golden Bears on the service. There to Hannah Klein. Martin there. Sconce across the net. And return on the left side. Heads out of bounds. Point for the Jacks. 7-4. Jackrabbits down by 3. And set number 2. Richardson on the service into the back row. Concordia St. Paul with the back set on the right side. They spike it through the block, get it into the back row of the Jackrabbits. It's 8-4. Concordia St. Paul with a 4-point lead over the Jacks in the second set. Concordia on the near side. There to Hannah Klein. Sconce. And on the far side, Madison Burr able to spike it across. Tip over by Concordia. Burr over to Labuka, and she's able to get it through for a kill. It's 8-5. Jackrabbits down by 3. Set number 2. Megan Roggenkamp on the service for the Jacks. Concordia tries for the tip over, blocked by Sconce, and a kill for Sylvie Sconce. It's 8-6. The Jackrabbits going to be down by 2 now in set number 2. Roggenkamp back to serve it again. That's into the back row. Concordia scrambling for this one. It'll be a free ball here for Richardson. Martin back set. Burr unloads on it into the block of Concordia, and they hit it out of bounds. It'll be a kill for Maddie Burr. It's 8-7. Jackrabbits down by 1. Set number 2. Roggenkamp still serving. Near side corner gets it. Concordia St. Paul tips across. Roggenkamp diving for the dig there. Hannah Klein unloads on it into the back row of Concordia. They go with the return. Klein there for the bump. Martin to Sconce. Sconce into the back row. Close to the net on the far side. Blocked by Burr, but it gets through to Richardson, who couldn't quite dig it up. Point for the Golden Bears. It's 9-7. Jackrabbits down by 2 now in set number 2. Concordia St. Paul to serve it. That's to Megan Roggenkamp. Dumped off by Martin. Concordia St. Paul ready for it. They send back a spike into empty space right in the middle of the court. It's 10-7. Jackrabbits down by 3, set number 2. Concordia on the service. Roggenkamp gets it. Martin plays it off the net. Bumped across by Richardson. Free ball for Concordia St. Paul. They go right side through the block. Richardson gets under it. And here is Sconce on the return. Concordia St. Paul for the tip. Burr hits it up. Martin's there. And Sconce back across. Concordia goes for another tip. Sconce able to get it to Burr. Burr pushes it into bounds in the back corner. And point awarded to the Jackrabbits. 10-8. Jacks down by 2, set number 2. Sylvie Zonks gonna serve it. Gets it through. There's Richardson who pops it up. Roggenkamp has to chase after it. Sconce is gonna hit it backwards and across. Free ball for Concordia. They go for the tip. It heads out of bounds. And point for the Jacks. 10-9. Jackrabbits down by 1. It's set number 2. Sylvie Sconce serving. Back row middle for Concordia. They set up the left side of the net for the spike. Here's Richardson. Running across is Martin. And hitting is Klein, who sends it wide to the right out of bounds. It's 11-9. Jackrabbits down by 2. Service by Concordia into the back row. Roggenkamp's there. Here's Madison Burr on the tip across. Left side with a spike for Concordia, and it heads out of bounds after being touched by Richardson. And it'll be Golden Bears point, 12-9. Jackrabbits down by 3, set number 2. Roggenkamp there. Martin sets up Burr. Burr unloads on it. I think that one headed out of bounds, and it does. Golden Bears point. It's 13-9. Jackrabbits down by 4. Roggenkamp on the dig off the serve. Klein gets set up, a spike across. Hannah Klein gets the kill. 13-10. Jackrabbits down by 3 in set number 2 now. Back to serve it is Madison Burr. That one into the net. Service error by Burr gives the Golden Bears the point. It's 14-10. Jackrabbits down by 4, set number 2. 30 minutes to play here in this match. Service by the Golden Bears, picked up by Scots. Martin running across. Klein dumps it. Spike across on the right side. Scots on the recovery. Tipped over by Hannah Klein. Concordia sets one across the middle of the net, and Scots can't dig it. Kill for the Golden Bears, 15-10. Jacks down by 5. Concordia St. Paul into the net. Service error. Point for the Jacks. 15-11. Jackrabbits down by 4. Set number 2. Riley Martin's back to serve it. That one into the back row. Concordia sets up the middle spike, and that one looked like it headed out of bounds. And they'll say it was in. Golden Bears point, 16-11. Jackrabbits Jackrabbits down by 5. That service goes way over the back line, out of bounds. Service error there. Golden Bears 16, Jackrabbits 12. Hannah Klein to serve it. Dug up by Concordia. They go left side spike. Here's Hannah Klein in the back row. Back set, Martin Lebruca tries to get it across. Martin able to get it there after the block. And now Concordia on the right side meets the block of Sconce, and down on the Golden Bears side, Sconce gets the block. 16-13, Jackrabbits down by 3. Set number 2. Hannah Klein on the service. Back row picks it up for Concordia St. Paul. On the left side, they go for a dump. Heads out of bounds. Was it touched at the net? Say no. The Jackrabbits get the point. It's 16-14. Jacks down by 2. Hannah Klein. Service it in the back row, Concordia. They go right side on a spike. Hannah Klein picks it up. Martin setting up Sconce. Sconce going to get the kill. 16-15. Jacks only down by 1 now in set number 2 after the Sconce kill. Hannah Klein still serving. Klein in the back row. Concordia back set, tipping across. Diving is Richardson, who's able to get it up. Buka able to get it over, and another spike across by Concordia. Here's Hannah Klein to dig it, get it to Sconce. Sconce gets it through the block. Free ball here for the Jacks. Martin setting up Bile, and Bile gets it through for the kill. Ties us up at 16. Tied at 16, Hannah Klein back to serve it. Gets it to the back row. It'll be an ace for Hannah Klein. 17-16. Jackrabbits up by 1. Set number 2. Klein. Service picked up in the back row. Concordia goes for the spike over and out of bounds. Point for the Jacks. (18-16). Jackrabbits up by 2 now in set number 2. Hannah Klein still serving. In the back row, Concordia goes for the spike, and that one, after being touched by the blockers, heads out of bounds. Point for the Golden Bears. (18-17). Jacks lead by 1. Service by Concordia gets to Sconce. Sconce spikes it over for the kill. An empty space, the back row. 19-17. Jackrabbits lead the Golden Bears by 2. Set number 2. Richardson, service across in the back row. Golden Bears get it too close to the net, and Madison Burr able to set it down for the kill. 20-17. Jackrabbits lead by 3. Richardson gets it barely across the net, hit the tape, and a spike on the left side from Concordia with the answer. Here is Hannah Klein, who spikes it across from the back row, and a kill for Hannah Klein. Came in jumping over the head of Madison Burr for that kill. 21-17. Jacks lead the Golden Bears by 4. Richardson on the service in the back row. Spike by Concordia gets into empty space in the back row. Point for St. Paul. (21-18). Jackrabbits leading by 3 in set number 2. That to Hannah Klein. Martin to Burr. Back over to Sconce. Martin, Sconce again. Able to tip it over for the kill. Sylvie Sconce. 22-18. Jackrabbits lead by 4. Megan Roggenkamp back to serve it. Battle of the net between Burr and Concordia, and Burr able to get the win there and force it over to the Concordia St. Paul half of the net. It's 23-18. Jackrabbits ahead by 5. It's set number 2. Roggenkamp on the service. In the back row, Concordia St. Paul back set, spiking on the right side. That one heads out of bounds on the Jackrabbits touch. Point for the Golden Bears. It's 23-19. Jackrabbits up by 4 now. Concordia on the service. There is Richardson, Martin, Sconce into the block and out of bounds on the Golden Bears touch. Sconce with the kill, 24-19. Jacks leading by 5. It's going to be set point in set number 2 as Sconce is serving for the Jackrabbits. Unloading on that one, but dug up in the back row. Burr puts it right back onto the Bears' side. Roggenkamp's there. Martin back set. Burr tips across. Dug up in the back row. Concordia goes right. They tip across, and it's down on the Jackrabbit side. Golden Bears with the kill, 24-20. Jacks leading by 4. It's still set point. Service, Concordia St. Paul. Hannah Klein gets the kill to close out set number 2 with a spike on the far side of the net. And that'll close out that match, 25-20. The Jackrabbits able to defeat the Golden Bears in both sets to take that one off. And the second match of the day. One more match for the Jackrabbits here in the Spring Invitational Tournament. They're going to be playing Minnesota State University Mankato. And head coach Dan Georgalis is going to be talking with his team. We've got about 20 minutes till the start of that match, and we'll have it for you here on Collegian Sports. So be sure to tune in when that happens. But a lot of good things we've been seeing here throughout the spring tournament for the Jackrabbit volleyball program. And we'll be back in 20 minutes for that third and final match of the day for the Jackrabbits. So tune in for that after this.